As the wind-whipped fires tore through the Texas Panhandle, 3 friends, including this young couple, attempted to steer cattle towards safety. Sadly, Cody Crockett, who was just 20, and his girlfriend, Sydney Wallace, who was just 23, were overcome by fire and smoke. A friend, Sloan Everett, who was trying to also help save. Those weren't the only lives lost, but the tragic deaths of Cody, Sydney, and Sloan as they attempted to rescue livestock helped symbolize the dedication and resilience of ranchers. Ed Wolf with the Texas Farm Bureau has more.
Consumed, almost 500,000 acres of Texas turned to ash. Wildfires swept across the Texas Panhandle, an unrelenting force, devastating all in its path.
It was panic at first. I had my wife and our 2 girls kind of pack up and get in a truck. My dad and my brother and I were trying to help the fire department where we could and move cattle around to try to get out of the path of the fire.
His once grass-covered pastures are now a black wasteland. He was able to save his cattle, plus his dad's and his neighbors. Others weren't so lucky.
I was in town and we saw the fires starting on.
When Chris got home, the fire was burning corner to corner across his property. The first chance he had, he drove through the fire to his family. The flames literally at his doorstep. They waited it out. 5 hours later, things calmed down. Everyone was okay. The house was still standing, but just about everything else was lost, including 36 head of cattle. Like many, he wonders, what's next?
Well, we don't know. Right now, I got more hay than I have cattle. I know that much. And that's thanks to people I never met.
Almost as soon as the fires ignited, fellow farmers and ranchers across the state wanted to help. The most immediate need was hay, which started flowing into Panhandle communities by the semi-loads.
About daybreak, got the truck out there by the hay pile and got the tractor and started loading. It's just what neighbors do for each other. We may be 400 miles apart, but I still consider us neighbors.
I think when you talk about agriculture as a community, it's a loving community that cares for people that when they're in a time of need, their neighbors are going to step up and help them.
As bad as it is, it could have been worse, if not for the men and women on the front line battling the blaze. All 3 fires are now 100% contained, and the recovery begins. It will take time and some help from Mother Nature. The Texas ranchers will rise from the ashes. With the Texas Farm Bureau, Ed Wolf, Lipscomb.